So I mentioned in a previous video that I could not find any website for CCS toys. And so a member named Chris Chaw very kindly pointed me in the direction of their website. And so this is it. And of my three favorite uh, robot makers, they all have websites, which makes sense. SkyX, Blitzway, and then we also have Bandai. And in my opinion, Bandai is the gold standard. Bandai produces, God, probably 20, 50, 100 times as many figures as the other studios, the other figure makers. So they've got a massive volume. But the website is pretty slick, pretty easy to use, and so you could see they're producing a bunch every month. But they have a wide range of figure costs. So they have pretty cheap ones, and then they have extremely expensive ones. Whereas these other figure makers stick mostly with high-end figures, not exclusively. So again, this I think is the gold standard, and you're able to search for old. If I had it, I do have some issues. I feel like the website was maybe easier to use a year ago. They seem to not be going back as far as they used to on figures they show. So if a figure is more than some amount of years old, then it doesn't appear to be showing up on here. Blitzway's website is okay. It's a little slow and it's weird. I don't like this whole little circle thing. They do talk about, there is a lot of English on here. That is kind of the weirdly translated thing. Blitzway will prompt a new wave in collectible figurine world on the basis of the know-how and experience it had accumulated over the years by producing collectible figurines of Asian top celebrities. We always try something new. So I mean, I kind of like this, even though it's awkwardly written. I like that they're proud of what they do. It really doesn't tell you anything particularly about. It says about us, but it really doesn't say much. It's a bit of a slow site. I could, you know, and I don't know. It's just, I think it could be improved. It's interesting, but I think it could be improved. SkyX is a bit minimal, so this is all their products. Now their products are, let's see here. Um, I guess this is it. Six figures. And it's not showing everything because the Black Getter Robo isn't here. So I'm a little confused as to why. Now, when you go in here about us, and I do, again, I like this. Our company is founded in 2020 by director Sky, who specializes in action robotic toys engineering for more than 15 years. To continue the passion into toy industry, we have stepped up from engineering to producing with our own brand. So I like that, in that uh, you know, well, at least when it was founded, and who the founder is. So this is a very minimal website. There is not much to it, given the fact that their products are very limited. Now we get into CCS Toys, and again, not much effort was put into this website. We have different lines. We have the Mortal Mind, which is the only one I'm really concerned with or getting into, and so it shows their various figures, and you can see it's just 9 figures total. They have other lines, Radiance Path. Let's see here. Again, it's a little bit slow. Maybe there's nothing. I don't know. Okay, so here we have a few, or at least one, slowly coming up. Forget it. Not that interested. Okay, so Ultraman. Q-Mech. So the Mortal Mind is the big one. But it really doesn't tell you anything about. Again, I have questions about CCS toys. Where are they based on? I think it does say it's based out of China. Well, okay. Copyright information. Does it say anything in there? Boy, this is slow. I guess maybe there's servers in Asia. So, yeah, I don't care about this stuff. But it's not telling me anything about the company. When was it founded? So let's go in here on Gunbuster. And what I'm looking for is, okay, so all right, so there it's in English. I have it translated to English. The body size, head height, total height approximately. So the figure, the head is not the total height because of the shoulder armor. The body material, and then package size, nothing. Package weight, nothing. Spring of 2024. So that has been released. Place of production, China. But that doesn't say where. I mean, just because it's produced in China doesn't mean that the company is based out of China. That's just where it was produced. So let's take a look at one more. Shin-Getter 1. Geta. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's the Japanese name for it. So this one has more information on it. Packaging size, packaging weight. I assume that's the weight of the entire package, the box, everything. And it's got, so the copyright is based on the anime because it's 1998. The body height, but some of the things it doesn't tell me, like I'm curious about what is the weight of the figure, and that information is available other places. So there's less information here than there is on, say, Big Bad Toy Store, where it also talks about the figure and all sorts of stuff. So this site, I'm not sure why they're so sparse with the information, because there's not even a product description, which is something that other websites have. It doesn't have, for example, the suggested retail price, which would be cool, because I like that Bandai does that, because then I could say, okay, if it's, say, 17,300 yen, how does that translate to USD? And am I looking at a figure with a tremendously high markup? So I'm just curious about that stuff. And it's a little interesting that CCS Toys website is so bereft of information. And it almost seems like, why did they even bother? Because if they have less information than retailers, then just go on the retail site. Don't even bother with this website. And it has less. It's showing less figures. The Black Getter Robot. I'm sorry. I was thinking of SkyX Studio. So this may be all of them, but I would have. There's a lot more information I would have wanted to see. So unless this website is improved, I don't really see even a purpose of going here. I think the Bandai website, I go on there quite a bit because there is information on there. Blitzway and SkyX, not really. You actually can order straight through Blitzway, but I never have. So anyway, those are the different websites of the figure makers. I would put Bandai at the top, CCS Toys probably at the bottom.